That's right. Welcome back to the Puck Drop Podcast. I'm Cole, the NHL Music Man Chapman, and I'm here with Lieutenant Dingledy, Destin Edgington, and we are brought to you by Five Wives Vodka. Make sure you drink responsibly, but go check out Five Wives. Go check out their Sidebar. It's called the Sidebar down in Ogden as well. It's a fun little place. That's where you can get some true mixology drinks, artists with liquor. So make sure you check them out. And we are here with Thomas Rupp.
Tommy.
Mr. Tommy Rupp.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. It's been fun to follow along the last year and everything. You guys are doing some cool stuff. So thanks for making time for me. I'm honored.
So are you. I mean, let's dive into that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a lot of cool things coming up. Let's address that quick. I mean,
so Red Rock ball hockey, let's just jump right into that. So you guys have been doing Red Rock ball hockey for how long now?
Yeah, so I think we're 3.5 years now. So we started in 2022, I think, the spring of 2022, either that. But started with about 40 kids, and this all started with a bunch of people getting together in a college parking lot. And my buddy Doug, one of our board members, would put the nets in his Acura Integra and literally drive them there. Dude. Yeah, it's
flashers on.
I drove an Integra in high school.
Yeah, no, it's a multi-purpose vehicle. Obviously,
high school is a lot longer than 3 years ago, buddy.
I remember we fit 4 snowboards in there and 4 people in my Integra. Oh yeah, I scratched the living hell out of my.
You got to make it work.
Exactly. Yeah,
whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, it was cool. I actually heard about him. I was playing up at the old Cedar ice rink, and a kid that I was playing with there, Cam, he even said, you should come join us on Thursdays for we just play in the parking lot or whatever. And lo and behold, man, I actually moved from Salt Lake down to St. George in like 2015 to get away from hockey a little bit.
I was just going to ask you that. Yeah. Like what prompted you to move? And I mean, it just the pressure of everything?
Yeah, it was, you know how it goes. You grew up playing competitive hockey. It's a full-time job and everything moves around it. And, we come from the generation it's a little bit different than the modern day generation of upbringing in hockey. Lots of coaches yelling in your face and, having to find more gears in your game. And no matter what you did the night before, it doesn't really matter. You got to constantly bring that back. So, when you have those kind of conversations as an 8, a 9, and a 10-year-old, it's a lot to put on your shoulders. And I don't know, about age 25, I had just played enough hockey that I was just like, okay, I'm going to go do something that is crazy off the wall. My parents were moving down to Hurricane, Utah anyway. I wanted to get away from the big city. I wanted to get away from hockey. So I decided to go up and move. And I was just going to start new activities like outdoor recreation and stuff. And fast forward to one day, I'm walking at the Red Hills Mall in St. George, and I just see a flyer that's like, hey, ball hockey is coming to St. George, and we have a league and everything. And my son Atlas was 3 at the time, and he absolutely obsesses over hockey. That's all he thinks about. That's all he does. And I was like, well, I'll sign him up, and maybe I'll throw my hat in the ring again. It's been a little bit, dust off the old equipment and see what happens. And out starts Red Rock Hockey. We started with about 40 kids, and now we're up to 400 between 2 cities. So we have our league in St. George, and then we also have a league in Henderson, so right outside of Las Vegas as well. And those numbers are growing. We also have 2 new rinks that are being put in by the city of St. George at our current JC Snow Park location. So once we go to 2 full rinks, we're going to put our foot on the gas pedal that way and try to get as many people into it as possible. So.
Well, absolutely. And so with that being said, too, is it just ball hockey, or is it roller hockey, or is it just a mixture of both? I mean, how do you guys expand with that?
Yeah, so all of our youth leagues are played on foot just because of the whole, insurance and USA Ball Hockey and stuff like that. And then some of our adult leagues or whatever, it's like a mix of footies is what we call them, and then guys who play on rollerblades as well. So it's something that we're noticing the adult league is more moving to people getting on blades, but we still have quite a few footies that play as well. And it's been a huge success. It's been fun. It's really we have two tiers for adults as well. So a tier 1 is more of your advanced, but if you're brand new to hockey and you've never played it or you've never seen anything or whatever, we're willing to welcome you too and help educate you and bring you into the game. Yeah, exactly.
And so leading into that, I've got a question as well. Like, what do you need to wear, like for, let's say, roller hockey? So I'm going to shout out Brandon and you.
Yeah.
Clearly you're here.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm going to go play if that's a possibility.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, what do I need to bring? What do I wear? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I don't want to be too heavy with my, like, full hockey gear.
Right.
I want to be more... You know, like I don't think you're going to be hacking and
no. Honestly,
else,
I mean, I don't know. Sticks get a little crazy, but they don't come down in the way that they normally do in ice hockey. You know, so I would say it's like a more streamlined version of equipment. So you're not going to run shoulder pads no matter what.
Cool.
You'll still wear gloves, elbow pads, everything like that. Instead of like the traditional breezers or hockey pants that you're used to, you actually just have more of like a padded short that you wear. You just pull that up and it kind of acts as like your jock and everything like that, and protects the legs and all the hips and everything.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that because I actually just pulled the inner pad out of my shin guard.
Yeah.
And so I might just wrap my legs with that and tape.
Yeah, for sure. You
just have something, obviously. But
yeah, but it's actually pretty streamlined, pretty simple. They have a lot of fun with their uniforms and the pants that match and everything like that. Like we have a team down there in the Lebeda Desert Rats. And we took the old Vancouver Voodoo setup for, which if no one, go Google that jersey. That's probably one of the best hockey jerseys ever created. And Brandon, our general manager of the team, created the logo and everything like that. Cool. And it's been pretty fun. So that's like your roller hockey setup. Now, the cool thing about ball hockey is I liken it almost to the approach you take with soccer, where it's like, as long as you have shoes, if you want to wear shin guards, great. Even soccer shin guards work perfectly fine. Some type of light gloves. You don't need gloves, but we certainly recommend it just with sticks, and the balls are pretty hard, you know, so you don't want fingers getting chopped or anything like that.
Well, and to piggyback off that, I just noticed when we did that one up north, aside from what you've got coming down south now, right?
Right.
They do have Bauer gloves that are like, they're almost like snowboard little mitts almost.
Yeah, right.
But padded on the fingers.
Yeah.
And they're phenomenal. Lightweight. I mean, something to look into. I don't know.
Mechanics gloves. Like they're skin tight. Like
just little bars of padding. And I was like, what? I didn't even know that was a thing.
No,
like, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Frankenstein approach that they take to it. But what I love about it is it's like a direct representation of like how simple it is to get involved to a game of hockey. Like most people, when you talk to them about hockey, I have never met anyone or run into anyone that doesn't like hockey. And so you talk to them and you say, well, you should come out and play. And the first thing they will say is, I can't skate. And it's like, okay, well, ball hockey is now that bridge that it's like, you don't need to skate. Like, buy a stick, you know, even Red Rock Hockey, we provide them for the kids, you know, and stuff like that. So you can literally like sign up on our website, register, show up to the rink, and we're going to take care of everything for you. So you don't have to worry about it. And same with like all the adults that join and everything like that. You know, if you need a little help with the sticks or anything, you know, some of the equipment, a lot of guys have some extra stuff laying around. And so it's very easy to get into. And then from there, what we've already noticed and what we're kind of seeing is like the first season after the kids played ball hockey, one kid put on roller skates. And then the second season, 3 kids put on roller skates.
And I'm sure they're rolling around their neighborhood doing their thing. Like, you know, and then that leads into more.
Correct.
You know?
So before we started, I was like, that's like for me, you know, I told Gabe, I'm like, I'm working on the ice skating part, but I want that middle ground to where I can go like play a game, get in, you know, learn some things, you know.
Well, yeah, because I threw him to the wolves.
No, that's good. That's the best way to learn, honestly.
You put me in against Weber State.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like
I'm over there like.
It was a give and take. He had good few poke checks. You know,
I did have a poke check.
Yeah,
exactly. Proud of that.
No, it's good. No, one of my favorite things about hockey is the slogan that hockey is for everyone, because it is like we always have an option for you, no matter what, no matter who you are.
No family like hockey family. Like if there's somebody that needs anything, people will bend over backwards to make sure that happens. I mean,
absolutely.
Like, it's just the community is like unmatched.
Yeah,
not to bash any other sports, but it is unmatched.
No, we set a high bar for ourselves, and I think it's because we care. We know that, you know, it's not ours to take; it's just our turn to pass on. And I think if we keep that mentality and we keep that community, you know, like the options are endless, and the future is so bright with everything. You know, just even with those kids that turn to putting on rollerblades at the end of the ball hockey season, now we've probably got, I don't know, 14, 15, 16 kids that are rollerblading consistently and playing in our tier 2 adult league. So like we have a lot of kids that jump up there.
Especially down south. I mean, you're not, you got KJ's Ice Barn, and then like how far away is that from? I mean,
it's about 45 minutes. Yeah. 50 minutes.
So not too far of a trek.
No. But then we saw, so we progressed from ball hockey to now kids putting on the rollerblades, but now we're starting to see, 1 or 2 kids are getting into ice hockey now because of it. So the reason that I think I'm so passionate about the ball hockey like situation itself is because it's a stepping stone that unites all of the hockey sports together, all under one roof. That it's like no matter what, if your kid or if you're an adult that wants to get into something, great, we've got an option. Do you want the ball hockey approach where it's a little bit more streamlined, slower entry level, kind of taking the game one bite at a time? Or do you want to go straight to the roller because you are a good rollerblader or whatever? Or maybe you're just a fan of ice hockey and you want to get into ice. But like the best part about it is it's all hockey and it's all united. And really, with the trajectory of ice hockey going as high as it is right now, you really are seeing a lot of people get priced out of the sport. And with these options of roller and ball to go under that and to be able to create things like nonprofits and to be able to do things like, for example, like Red Rock Hockey, we were just approved for a charter school. So we have what's called Custom Class that we started, and it's a customized approach to education that we think is very in need right now. And through that, our local nonprofits in our community are now just like taking what we can do with a sport and furthering that to what it is about education. And then obviously like hopefully building a little bit of an empire here where you can make sure that the work you put in today ensures that hockey's there tomorrow. And we've been very fortunate. We've been very blessed. Great community, great people, great support all the way around. And really, it's just the beginning, which is pretty fun.
And for people watching, go check out Red Rock Ball Hockey. Go check about, these guys post.
Without a doubt. And
these guys post often.
Don't hesitate to reach out and piggyback off of what they've created.
Yeah. Well, I want people to like see the level that they do this ball hockey. You've got the rink. We talked about rinks, a little bit before we started this, but they've got boards. Do you have glass on those boards, or is it just the boards?
It's kind of a netting, isn't it?
Yeah, so we've got a chain link and everything, but with the 2 rinks that the city has approved to build that they're going to start on in November, we'll have the full, at least if it's not the glass, they're going to do the thicker kind of chain link or whatever, the stuff that's like textured a little bit, just so it stands up a little bit better.
And that's cool.
Makes sense.
Because there's like I was saying, there's some dinky like
a rubber
places
coated
up here to play, and there's no boards, there's no it's just kind of a pop-up thing. And
so like when it comes to rink size, is it similar, same size, or is it smaller? I mean, what are they?
Another beauty about ball hockey is like, what can you make work, right? Like obviously you don't want too small of a space that you're going to be like standing on top of each other, but like our rink right now, I mean, it serves as a futsal court, but we're probably reserve it more for hockey now than anything. So I think we're 100 by 40 is all on that one, but our new rinks going in will be much bigger. We actually got to introduce like blue lines into things now, and
I'm sure you'll have different lines for different things.
Correct.
Like
just keep the pickleball nerds out of there.
Oh, I know. That's probably our biggest competition with everything.
But no disrespect, pickleball's pretty fun.
No,
at the same time, it gets a little confusing, when you're trying to teach something that's a new chapter of sport for everybody. Right?
No, it's cool. And honestly, the city's been great to work with. It's been a pretty seamless transition. When we first went to them, we didn't have many numbers for them to be able to help us, and just through community outreach and, us rolling up our sleeves and seeing what we can do, we've now gone back to them. I don't know, it was after 2 short years, and they're like, okay, yeah, let's build these guys 2 new rinks. And again, now moving forward with the school, we're going to have a lot more physical education opportunities, or even, we're tossing around the idea of figuring out how we can make competitive ball hockey teams that can travel.
Well, and that as well, like we've communicated on this, and like Tooele, for example, is kind of popping off with Simmons and certain people, Lazar, and they're working hard to get that going up there, and it's super awesome, just the network of everything in movement.
No, for sure. And if you're out there listening too, and this is something that you have an area in your local community or something, all it takes is a simple concrete park or a pad or anything like that. Reach out to us. Let us know what you have. Really, we're looking to expand to so many areas that are underserved with hockey in some way, shape, or form. And the best part about going through Red Rock Hockey is essentially We have the insurance to carry for you. We can do all your social media for you. We do all of your statistics, everything like that online. So your website presence, everything like that. But what we're like, the hardest thing that we have to find is someone who is so passionate in their local area that wants to run a league the way that you should. You got to lead by example if you want things to be successful. And, you know, we've got a lot of great people in St. George, but I know there's a lot of other great people out there that probably want to do the same thing. So it is something that if you are one of those passionate individuals and you want hockey in your local community, like reach out. Let's see how we can help you.
Absolutely. You know? And well, like with that being said too, like I mean, if you come through us, if you know, we can relate to him, if you get in touch with him. And I think a lot of people are just like not intimidated, but just like curious on how like you go to council or whatever. You go to your, you know, like
we've
go to
talked
the
about
county and,
your
try to
local
figure
jurisdictions.
figure it out.
And I think after talking with him before you got here, I'm like, we need to do this.
Well, I told you that a long time ago.
No, for sure.
And
I got more information from him.
Yeah. Well, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, we need him here now.
And the other thing that's cool too is like if you ever do need to go to one of those city council representatives or anything like that, and if this is something that you're interested in, you know, let us build a package for you that you can go take in there, and you know, we can give you a blueprint of what we did and the things that we did. You know, we don't want people to make our same mistakes that you know that we had to go through the hard way. Like really, it's a plug and play kind of thing. And the best part about it, like we don't even want control of your league in any way, shape, or form. It's more or less like, hey, we need the passion for you to plug that in so the league is run well.
Yeah, and you can start creating an in-state competition.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
you got northern Utah to southern Utah.
Correct. Yeah.
It's just like youth hockey where you're going to have the Oval Dogs to the Mustangs to the. I mean, everything few and far between. Park City Miners, you know, and then they play to go to state and then go to nationals and whatever may come from that, because that's starting to become a bigger, a bigger event in all of hockey. Yeah. And like I say, it's like it doesn't matter if you're wearing skates and you're beginning. Right. It's still something that's moving forward quickly.
Well, and the other thing that's a little bit cooler too, and granted, a lot of city recreation sports, I know they're understaffed and everything like that. It's something that we try to take above and beyond just a recreational sport. You know, we do keep stats for everything that we do. We have a cup, which is called the Dougie Cup, because Douglas Reed, one of our board members, he made it out of all the broken hockey sticks that he collected in the parking lot originally when they used to play. And it's actually 2 spec of the Stanley Cup. So it weighs the same, like it measures the same, everything like that. And what's so crazy is, you know, a lot of people are kind of afraid when you have youth in competition that someone's going to get upset or, you know, oh, that person's better than me or whatever. Like, I can honestly tell you the one thing that they want to win more than anything is that cup. Like when they lose,
you got photos of this thing?
I do have photos of this thing. I'll send some over to you. Like we take it to parades and stuff like that, and immediately people are like, "Hey, I want to hold that thing." Like they want pictures with it. Yeah. We will have it out there for the Utah Mammoth 3v3 tourney. Yeah, so that is going to be.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, for sure.
This episode is going to air after, but they do have a big event coming up this weekend, August 2nd.
Right.
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah,
how'd you guys land that? And then just let's hear about the event.
Yeah, so earlier in the year, the Utah Mammoth reached out to us because they had seen what we had been doing with ball hockey, and they wanted to start their community programs with the little ball hockey stuff in like the local areas that they have and everything. And they just they brought us up, and we went over to the practice facility where the Jazz are, and we kind of just gave a little presentation on. Here's what we do. Here's how we ref. Here's how we do these things. Here's how we organize it all. You know, with the Mammoth's approach to it, you know, it's more of that entry level type of trying to find the kids, the communities, and everything like that. So kind of that entry level barrier. Whereas Red Rock, you know, we have entry level aspects to us as well. So if you are an entry level player, you're more than welcome. But we probably have a little bit higher level of competition, like I said, in the sense of tournament style and
and you've been
like
more
that.
established, so it's like you actually understand where it goes,
right?
You know?
And then if you really want to go to the next level, you've got leagues like the National Ball Hockey League, or you've got the national teams too. Like I was a general manager for the Women's Elite in the NBHL in their inaugural season. And, about 5 or 6 girls that I drafted for my team were straight from the U.S. national team. And, it was so cool to be on the bench and watch them, in their competitive environments and everything that they've accomplished. So ball hockey is kind of ripe for the taking in the sense if you want to take it and go somewhere, that path is a lot simpler than some of the other things like ice hockey, where you've got the single A, double A, triple A, junior A, you know, everything.
Right.
Like,
and there's such a disperse on that. Where it's like, where do I go? What's going to be the best option? Like a lot of too much almost to handle it at points. Yeah,
so it's so we got started with the Mammoth that way. Ultimately, they liked what we were doing, and they wanted us to be a little bit more involved. So they reached out to us and they said, "Hey, we want to have a 3v3 tournament there, and it's going to be Saturday, August 2nd, from 5 to 9 p.m. at JC Snow Park." And we have a very special guest, which we have announced. It is on our social media, but oh captain, my captain, Clayton Keller will be there. So that's pretty rad.
Huge.
And we even got word it sounds like the Mammoth might be doing some co-branded merch with us for the tournament. So
you know, have a sweet alternative jersey.
So what's Keller gonna do? Do you know anything?
Yeah, I think some signing stuff. I think the kids are from 5 to 7, and then the adults are 7 to 9. So I would imagine this is for the kids, right? So I hope they do that, and Keller's there for the kids, because that's just gonna I can't wait to see our young group of kids have a superstar in their face, because we really don't have a lot of that kind of stuff in St. George. There's nothing. I mean, before everything, it was once the Knights came in, it's almost like Vegas tried to take over St. George, and now we're kind of well, hold on now. That's Nevada. That's a different border, but. And exactly right. But no, it's been great getting involved with them. They've been picking our brains on a lot of stuff, and to see kind of the macro level that they're at and what they have to manage. It's very difficult to do, and we're a little bit more of a tight-knit program as far as just our location and proximity. Obviously, we're not going through the whole Utah Valley to find these things and then people to manage them and everything like that yet, obviously, if we get some interest in that, But they've been a really good partner. They've been really cool. They've been receptive to our feedback, and I think it's more looking at it like a partnership of just okay, they go get the recreational type kids, entry level, hopefully move them on to a Red Rock hockey program that's a little bit more competitive or whatever. And then from there, hopefully we can take that into a competitive level travel team and hopefully get some kids some exposure to the national team.
That's what I was wondering. So is it anybody can sign up, just kind of open to the public, put together a team and you're in type of thing?
Yeah, correct. And ball hockey, I will say, if you're looking for fees that are cheap and everything like that, you can go do a weekend tournament for
and I think
less than $200.
Because I did that 3v3 up here at the at their practice facility.
Yeah.
And the only wish-washy thing was, I spent $45. I got a sweet shirt out of it, and that included a shirt and merch and stuff. So not anything to stress over.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the only complaint that I had or would have, which I'm gonna throw it out there, is the rink was the size of this room.
Right.
It's like you were playing foosball with sticks.
Right.
So there's no movement on anything, it's just slapping sticks and, just running around.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it'll come together.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things that I think the more involved that the people get with it, the better that it's going to go. The one kind of cool thing about the Mammoth coming in is I feel like we have two pockets of hockey in Utah now. We have the old school Utah individuals that saw the growth, saw the grind, going from the old Wamaha rink that's a bubble and getting dressed, getting dressed in a trailer, and you're digging through old Costco bins to see what elbow pad matches.
And you're not wearing the same one at all.
That was going to be my next question. Growing up playing with Destin, how was it?
No, it was great. Always positive. He hasn't changed a bit, which is great. He's always been genuine. But the one thing is, he always had your back on the ice, and he always had your back off the ice. Even when he called me the one day, we hadn't spoken in years, and you would have thought that we'd never stopped communicating.
It was an hour and a half phone call, just chatting.
What's up, Dane?
No, it's perfect.
He wore the C, and I got to support him. His hockey time was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to know people like you, because obviously you're a hard worker.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
You honestly, I look up to you still to this day. So it's one of those things. It's as an influence, it's still an influence, right?
No, I appreciate that. No, honestly, it's cool. I've been very blessed. I've seen a lot of the world and everything like that, and I've been involved with great people. Obviously with Destin being one of them, and it's just really cool to be able to experience that. We were taking bus trips to Canada that were 26 hours long, and then you just roll through farm town after farm town, you know, or whatever.
Just, you'd hit every province along the way, and you wouldn't even take your gear off.
Right.
You just take your skates off if you wanted to, or you leave them on and have a skate guard on, and then you're off to the next rink in 10 minutes.
No, it's crazy.
And play another game.
And we've actually, I mean, we did well too. Like that's the other thing. You know what's so crazy is we've got all these different programs, whether it's Ogden, Outliers, you know, if I'm missing any of them, sorry. Like it's just, but believe it or not, some of the best teams that we put together were like we had one team called the Utah Selects, which we were, I think, 16 and under AAA. Our jersey just said Utah on it with an eagle. And I think we only had to pay $1,800 total. And we went to a AAA tournament up in Canada, won the whole thing. And I remember the Canadian newspaper put us in there to be like, our boys just lost to some Utah team. We don't even know where Utah is. No, it was like Ben Seastrand, Drew Newell. We were coached by Daryl Olson. Daryl Olson, he's pretty involved in
Calgary. I talk to him often as well.
Yeah, so. No, that's cool.
Dylan Olson. And
Dylan's great.
Ben was amazing. I played with Ben. We played with Ben. Dude, he's such a stud.
He's the best.
He was so finesse. Yeah. Like just the smoothest skater.
No, it was great, man. All the people involved. But that's kind of what, you know, like just taking a team randomly from Utah that didn't even really practice together, and you go up and you win a Canadian AAA tournament in the country of hockey. It's pretty impressive, and that's kind of what I want to tell the new Utah hockey fans is like, don't think that just our new is everything, because we've got so much rich history. If you go back to the Salt Lake Golden Eagles or even the Utah Grizzlies,
hockey's been here for a while. It's just been overlooked.
Exactly,
you know,
exactly.
It's just been completely overlooked to where. Now we've got the funding, and now we've got the place.
Yeah. And we have a chance to create the environment, which I think that's the key to any successful NHL franchise is if you can create an environment through your community, it's pretty cool. Like there's no wonder that people like to go play for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. It's a great building to play in, a great city to live in, everything like that, you know, and that's probably why people like, I hate to throw Buffalo some shame, but like there's not really an identity in Buffalo, right?
Right.
Utah, it's been really cool to see how well the fans have embraced it and how we're mixing like the historical culture of it and the future of where we're going with it. Like, I want that solidified so much because it is something that's truly special, and you're going to need to combine both of those worlds to create your environment.
Right.
And if you do that, like find out what makes you the same in your differences and use that to move forward. Like it's going to be a pretty special place.
Well, and that's one thing that I respect most about you real quick is the fact that, like I've got my notebook here, right? Full of our stats and everything else. With that being said, is like when I show you a number in here of what one of our seasons cost, you're going to go, whoa, but I'm not going to say that number on camera. And that's why I think it's important to have the ball hockey and then get into the roller hockey and then see where it goes from there.
No, absolutely.
Because it's you're still included, you're still involved, and it's still hockey.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I think we're getting ready to wrap up, unfortunately. But
no, it's good. This has been great. I really appreciate it.
I think this was very informative, you know, for what you guys are doing down there. And
any way we can help,
and the potential of it, you know, coming up north, and I think
we start something out.
We're gonna get something started.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
And
No,
reach out to if you guys have any questions from what you just heard or anything you want to comment on, drop a comment and. Make sure you like and subscribe, obviously.
Yeah, so absolutely. It's good to see you.
Yeah, go check out, what is it? The handle at Red Rock Ball
At Red Rock Hockey for Instagram and Facebook. And then redrockhockey.com is our website. Okay. I do a lot of our videos on there. So if you want to follow me, I'm Tommy Rupp on Facebook. And then I'm Grim Rupper on Instagram. That's stuck around since I was about 9 years old. So. But no, just thank you for everything you guys are doing. I mean, really, like without, platforms like this and exposure like that, like really we can't get our message out there. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and support good people who support you, because that's what it takes.
Yeah, and even with that said, real quick, even though you're not down south and you're up here north, go follow Tommy anyways. Yeah. And literally just keep an eye on what's going on so we can make this bigger.
Yeah.
No,
it's got to get explosive. So
no, you guys are the best. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks again. This has been the Puck Shop Podcast. We'll see you next week.